Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are unlocking the real secret to building serious muscle. And here's a little spoiler for you. It might have less to do with the weights you're lifting and, well, a whole lot more to do with what's on your plate. We're going to break down how to fuel your gains right from your own kitchen.
So, let me guess. You're hitting the gym, you're being consistent, you're putting in all the work, but the results, they just aren't showing up the way you want them to. It's so frustrating, right? You feel like you've hit a wall and you just can't figure out what that missing piece of the puzzle is.
Well, here's the thing. The source material we've looked at is crystal clear on this. Without the right nutritional fuel, all that hard work, all that sweat in the gym, it could literally be for nothing. You might even be going backwards and losing muscle. So let's fix that, starting right now.
All right, here's our game plan for this explainer. We're gonna start with the fundamentals. Then we'll dive into the key food groups you need to know about. And finally, we'll put it all together so you know exactly what to do. First things first, let's get into the why. What's the actual science behind how food helps your muscles grow? Let's break it down.
Okay, so think of it like this. When you do strength training, you're actually creating these tiny little tears in your muscle fibers. That's the breakdown part. But the real magic, the growth, that all happens during recovery. Your body rebuilds that muscle tissue, making it stronger and bigger than before. But, and this is a huge but, it can only do that if it has the right building materials. And those materials are mostly the amino acids you get from protein. Without them, your body might start breaking down existing muscle for energy instead. We definitely don't want that to happen.
And that brings us to the star of the show, protein. We're gonna look at 4 absolute powerhouses from the animal kingdom that are pretty much essential for muscle growth. First up, the humble egg. The source material basically calls them the perfect protein source, and for good reason. They are just packed with B vitamins for energy, all those crucial amino acids that help your muscles recover faster, and a ton of essential minerals. Honestly, you can think of them as a complete muscle-building toolkit in one little shell. Next, lean beef, a total classic. It's loaded with high-quality protein, amino acids, and creatine. But here's something really interesting. The source material points out that the saturated fats in beef actually help maintain healthy testosterone levels, and that's a supercritical hormone for muscle growth. And hey, here's a pro tip for you. If you can, go for grass-fed beef, because it's higher in something called CLA, which can help you shed body fat while you're building all that new muscle. Of course, we have to talk about chicken breast. It is the very definition of an efficient protein source. Get this, a single 3-ounce serving gives you around 26 grams of top-tier protein. Plus, it's rich in B vitamins that'll help you power through those tough workouts. It's basically pure, lean rocket fuel for your muscles.
And finally, we've got salmon. This fish is what I'd call a double threat. It gives you the protein you need to build muscle for sure, but its real superpower is its high omega-3 content. These healthy fats are absolutely crucial for optimizing muscle synthesis, that's the building process, and they help protect against muscle breakdown after your workout. It's like having a construction crew and a security team all in one.
Now this next group is fascinating. It's not just that they provide protein, it's how they deliver it. Let's dive into the dairy dynamos. The key player here is a type of protein called casein. Now, unlike whey protein, which hits your system super fast, casein is a slow burn. It basically forms a gel in your stomach and releases its amino acids into your body gradually, over several hours. You can think of it like a time-release capsule for your muscles.
And this perfectly illustrates its best use. The source material specifically recommends eating something rich in casein, like cottage cheese, right before bed. This gives you a steady drip feed of amino acids all night long, which helps prevent muscle breakdown while you sleep. It's like having a night shift crew working on your muscles while you're out cold.
Greek yogurt and milk are also fantastic options because they offer the best of both worlds. They have a mix of that slow-digesting casein and fast-digesting whey protein. So you get an immediate protein hit for post-workout recovery, plus a sustained release to keep that muscle-building process going for hours. It's a real 1-2 punch. All right, we've covered the building blocks, the protein. But even the best construction crew in the world needs energy to get the job done. That is where carbohydrates come in. They are the fuel that powers all your hard work. So let's talk about brown rice. Yeah, it's got a little bit of protein, but its real superpower is its carbohydrates. Because it's a slow-digesting whole grain, it provides this really long-lasting supply of energy. This is the fuel that lets you train harder, for longer, which is absolutely key for muscle growth.
Now, quinoa takes things a step further. It gives you those great slow-digesting carbs, but it's also a complete protein packed with minerals like magnesium. And here's the real kicker. The source material points out that quinoa can actually increase your levels of something called IGF-1. That's a compound that acts like a hormone, and it's a major growth factor for muscle and strength gains. It is a true superfood for anyone who's serious about their training. Now, I want to be super clear about something. You do not need to eat animal products to build muscle. Not at all. There are some incredibly powerful plant-based options out there that can fuel your gains just as effectively.
Beans are a fantastic choice, just loaded with protein, fiber for that slow digesting energy, and essential B vitamins. And then you've got peanuts. They're calorie dense, which means tons of energy, but more importantly, they are exceptionally high in an amino acid called leucine. You should think of leucine as the ignition key for muscle growth. It's the main amino acid that literally signals your body to kickstart the process of building new muscle. It's a huge deal.
And hey, don't forget your greens. Even something like spinach plays a vital role here. It's a great source of the amino acid glutamine, which is another one of those essential building blocks for putting together new, lean muscle tissue. It might just be the secret weapon in your muscle-building arsenal.
Okay, I know that was a lot of information. We've looked at all the key players, so now let's bring it all home and put it together into a simple, actionable blueprint for building your plate.
And here it is, your ultimate muscle-building cheat sheet. This is really your key takeaway from today's explainer. You can see each food and its primary superpower. Everything from the testosterone support you get from lean beef to the overnight muscle protection from cottage cheese. This is your blueprint. This is how you build a plate that actually gets results.
So there you have it. You've got the science and you've got the grocery list. You now have the knowledge to turn all your hard work in the gym into real, tangible results. The power is right there on your plate. So the only question left is, what are you going to build?